right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Everyday with Sheréa. I think, am I muted? Yeah, welcome to Everyday with Sheréa. I am Sheréa VéJauan, co-founder of the Goal Setters Club and author of the 2023 Goals Journal. And this is your daily goal accountability moment. Each day, I want to give you a tip, a resource, something to help you stay focused on your 2023 goals, the goals that you set for yourself. So, let me drink a little water. I just got through running. All right, you guys. So today's topic is create legacy goals. Create legacy goals. So I saw a post on my friend's Instagram page, and it was about 18, 19, 21, 22, maybe 5 years ago. And it said, if all of your prayers were answered, would it change the world or just yours? And so I have a question for you as it pertains to your personal goals as you're setting and achieving your goals. And I have a challenge. If all of your goals were reached, would the world be a better place? Would your communities be better? Would your family be better? Or would you just be better? And so if the answer is just you, then I have a challenge. How about reevaluating your personal goals or some of your goals and see how you can create legacy goals that outlast you? And so I'm going to give you a couple of examples. If your personal goal is to start a business, consider starting a nonprofit, or consider building a partnership with a nonprofit. So my daughter works at Panera Bread. Even though they are not a nonprofit, every night they donate their leftover pastries and their bread to nonprofits that distribute food. So they're not a nonprofit, but they partner with a nonprofit, and they're able to make a change in the community, the local communities that come by at midnight and pick up the leftover bread. Losing weight. If you want to lose weight, take others on your journey. Call your family members, involve your neighbors. If you join a gym, join a gym with some family members. Take your spouse with you. I heard a story from the mayor of Fontana. She had taken a picture when she won, and she saw her picture in the paper, and she was like, "Oh, I'm a little, I'm a little heavy." So she said, "I need to lose weight," and so she said she was going to walk. But in this, what she decided to do was take the community with her. And so she got the community fired up, and she started Fontana Walks. She started Healthy Fontana. And as she walked, the community started walking, and it turned into a whole community program. And so relationships, maybe you are wanting to take your relationship to the next level. Maybe you're married and you're looking for some new tips and resources and things like that. So as you're building on your marriage, you can start a marriage group in your home. So now you are impacting others and not just yourself. If your goal is to read more, I love books. I'm always getting a new book. I'm always reading a new book. I'm always listening to a new book. And so if you love books, you can consider having a book club in your city. You could start a book club online. Maybe you could have a couple people come to your house and read together. Or if you find a book that you really love, which I do also, is I'll buy a couple extra ones. And if I run into somebody or I'm having a conversation with someone, I'm like, "Oh, this book will be good for you. That I have a copy. Let me give you a copy." So if I find a good book, which there are a lot of good books, I'll buy a couple and then, hand them out, give them away. I give away my own book a lot of times because I want to make sure that people have access to goal setting. They have access to the system that I have, that I use. And so, every year I try to give away about 100 books. I think this year we gave away 160 books. So I try to give away books every year. So at least I could say if I was to leave here tomorrow, I know you had an opportunity to set your goals, or I know you had a system because I gave it to you. So here's some ideas, some other ideas. Creating a family tree, keeping your history, your stories, your photos, so your kids know who your grandparents were, things like that. Leaving your library of books that changed your life. If you have kids, I heard this from, was it Jim Rohn? keeping an idea journal. You should keep that anyway. An idea journal, keep all of your ideas. You never know. Sometimes you're just like an idea away from being, a millionaire or reaching the goals that you set for yourself. But say you may not be able to get all those ideas out or turn them into projects. You could leave that behind for your kids. You have left a legacy of ideas that they can take on from you, things that you didn't get a chance to accomplish. Leave your recipes. My mom and my grandmother had some recipes for like cinnamon rolls and oxtails and sweet potato pie and dressing, and I have no idea how to make them. Like, they didn't leave the recipes and it shows how to make it. And so sometimes I know ladies, moms, grandmas, aunts, I know you want to be the one to make that apple pie and you want people to come to your house and have your apple pie. But consider leaving that apple pie recipe, giving it to 2 or 3 people, and have them come to your house and show them how to make it and give them the recipe. And you can keep your secret, keep the family tradition, but if you were to pass away tomorrow, nobody knows how to make it. And so I think we do that a lot too. It's like, I want them to come to me for it. But pass down your recipes. What else? Leave personal stories and timelines. Man, there's some stories that I wish I would have known. I know my grandmother picked cotton. I know there's a lot of things that happen. And for some reason, some of our parents don't want to share their stories with us. Some of them may not be good stories. They may be hard stories to hear. I was able to listen to the 1619 Project, and that was hard. So I could see that some of those stories might have been hard for them to tell and share. But try to leave your personal stories, your timeline, things that you've learned, things that you're working on. And then create tangible things like books. Books will outlive you. Music will outlive you. Art will outlive you. Plant trees that outlive you. I know at my church, the pastor, he planted trees all over the church. And he said, hey, one day when I'm not here, church members will be able to come and just grab lemons and grab oranges and grab grapefruits. And I think he planted an almond tree, and there's a garden. So he says we will always be able to eat here. Create scholarships, scholarships, funds that outlive you. I also want to say, like Steve Jobs, Mac has outlived him. Martin Luther King's dream outlived him. Disneyland outlived Disney. Michael Jackson's music is still being played and sold, and we're still eating KFC. So your dreams, your goals, your visions, they are yours. But I want to challenge you this week to think about how to take that same dream, goal, vision, and help someone else in their journey as well. So, and last but not least, to all of my Black friends, my Black followers, my Black leaders, as we end Black History Month today, we had a great month of learning about our history. We had an opportunity to look at posts and watch television programs and read books and learn more about our history, about our heritage. I want to challenge you to make your mark in history. Yes, there's Martin Luther King. Yes, there's Malcolm X. Yes, there's Rosa Parks. But there's also you. There's also us. And so I was watching the NAACP Awards, and Attorney Crump said Black history matters because Black history is American history. And so, yes, there are a lot of things happening behind the scenes, as it pertains to our history, but we can be the change that we want to see. We decide how long Black history lasts. So I want to put that out there for all of my Black leaders. Today's the last day of Black History Month, but it's our opportunity to make, create, and to be history. So I want to leave you with some quotes. If you would not be forgotten as soon as you are dead, either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. The great use of life is to spend it for something that will outlast it. I think that's William James. To know one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. And To be inspired is great. To inspire is incredible. And the last one is live and give each day as if it were your last, because it just might be. All right, you guys, have an awesome day. I will see you tomorrow, and thank you for joining me.